Now you better not play knight g5 because you'll lose a knight and you'll look for a new YouTube author to listen to next time. So don't play knight g5 here. ChessKid's Funmaster Mike knows what it's like to be at the beginning of something. I am still trying to land my 720 McTwist on my snowboard, but I haven't gotten there yet. What about chess, though? What opening should you learn first before you do your 720 McTwist? Well, this is the opening that I think we should start out with, which is the Italian opening. After you play e4 as white and black plays e5, you're going to get in this position a lot. And I suggest knight f3 to attack the pawn. The most common response is knight c6. You're going to get this opening a lot, and I suggest you put the bishop on c4. It's perfectly fine to go further, but then you'd be in the Spanish, not the Italian. Ooh, different part of Europe. But I like this move a little bit better because it aims at black's weak spot. And already something good might happen if your opponent plays knight f6. You can actually target that pawn again with knight to g5, and it's really difficult for black to defend. If black tries the queen, you'll actually take anyway, because when the queen takes, you're actually winning a queen and a pawn, which is 10 points for a bishop and knight, which is only worth 6. So if we go back, the best move is actually d5, the only move that really blocks the bishop. But then when you take, I don't know, I would say more than half the players will capture back, even though that's a mistake, because they think, hey, you got a pawn, I should get a pawn back. And in this position, there are two good moves. I mean, I have two ChessKid videos. One is knight takes f7. That's called the fried liver. Go watch that video. Or there's kind of an improved fried liver where you play d4 first and you sack the knight later. Those are complicated ideas, but tricks on f7 are an important part of the Italian. Go watch those videos when you get done with this one. Let's go back though, and say your opponent does not allow you to play this knight to g5 stuff and plays bishop c5. Now you better not play knight g5 because you'll lose a knight and you'll look for a new YouTube author to listen to next time. So don't play knight g5 here. Instead, what I want you to do is I want you to go for d4. When you get two pawns side by side, that's called the snow plow. Pawn to c3, and we're about to play this move, pawn to d4. Now, a lot of people just, won't even realize what's coming, and they'll just play a move like d6, and when you play d4, you'll be a very happy chess kid, because you have complete control of the center. Now, the best move here is probably knight f6, taking advantage of the fact that you can't play knight c3 to defend your pawn. But in this position, you can answer black's attack with an attack of your own. It's one of the few times I say it's okay. And after captures, we still have our snowplow. And if the bishop goes to a lazy square, you can actually push your snowplow down the board on the next two moves, and these knights have to scatter either sideways or backward, and you are going to have a huge space advantage. But even if your opponent plays a better move, like bishop to b4 check, when you play bishop to d2, if the bishop takes and you take back, you've successfully defended your entire snowplow. And white is at least equal. Black has to be really careful to slow down your snowplow quickly, or else your pawns are going to come forward. Now you might think, hey, what about if black captures this pawn? Well, that's where your tricks on f7 come into play. You can actually trade bishops first, and then play bishop takes f7, because both knights are loose, and when the king takes, you can fork the king, and one of the knights win your piece back, and the black king is out in the open a little bit. Again, I think white is a little bit better, and in practice at beginner's level chess, it's much better to get your king castled when your opponent's king cannot. So there you go. There's a little primer to the Italian game. You're going to want to watch my two videos on the fried liver as well. Use this opening, and then in about a year, you can land a 720 McTwist. I don't even know what that is in the chessboard.